Alright, there are two critical amendments to the Constitution that pertain to voting. One is the 12th Amendment, which establishes the Electoral College. That we need to basically completely gut in terms of to pass the which amended Article 2, Section 1, Clause 3. And the other one that I'm going to really focus on right now is the 14th Amendment, which granted, granted a citizenship and equal protection to former slaves. Mainly, it was focused on them. And so this was the one passed in 1868, adopted in 1868, that addressed the construct of citizenship, and it also addressed the construct of the House of Representatives. And another thing that's been changed, and it also says it also mentions the concept of electors, which is to say the Electoral College, and it also it allows for the concept of equal protection under the law. Okay. And probably the most, and it also grants citizenship to all people who were born in this country. And there's a couple of issues with it that were, for the most part, later resolved. One of which is the fact that Native Americans, indigenous people, that is to say, were really, and it was overturned later in 1924 with an act that allowed indigenous people to be included as Americans, which again, the reversal of fortune. They were here first, before any Europeans, before any Russians, before any of the Slavic, any of the Asian, people. They were here first, but I could be wrong, but I think they were not even given citizenship until after women were allowed to vote. So they came darn close to, last in terms of civil rights. The only thing that came later was the right for same-sex couples to marry. This is another sickening concept, especially when you consider what's going on right now with the Standing Rock Sioux. So the fact that their rights were put, dead last. So it allows again for equal protection under the law. It also mentions the concept of men, children, in terms of being able to vote. So it doesn't cover women yet. Obviously, later actions did. It also states that states, as in states' rights, have the ability to control other aspects of the election as individuals. Which is another reason why, at least to some degree, incremental change can occur, not really in terms of slowly getting the switch from first past the post to either single transferable or ranked choice voting, in terms of the president and vice president, but with regards to any members of the state, of statewide offices, and with any regards to federal level senators and congressional representatives, those can also be, in terms of the voting method, changed on a state by state basis. So, that's why, again, the constitutionality and the amendments need to be understood. Because, again, this is one aspect of the issue, okay? This, by the way, is also part of why we have the concept of habeas corpus. It also says that anyone who has committed an act of rebellion, which is to say, it's one of the articles that in essence ban treason, okay, serious criminal offenses, from being able to hold the high levels of office. So, that's another aspect to it that definitely affects the most recent election. Again, look at these, read the amendments yourself as well, and again, because I'm talking about in terms of native peoples, it does indeed explicitly say that that the native indigenous people are not to be taxed, and therefore, in essence, they're not taxed, they're not considered citizenry. So they're not allowed to vote. Or considered Americans. So that's why this was indeed a change later. So it was a step closer towards what was right, in terms of formalizing the construct that slaves are, just after the Emancipation Proclamation, but it sure as heck didn't go anywhere near far enough. Shalom.